I want to go across now to well-known columnist from Washington Post, Ishaan Tharoor. Let's just get one. Ishaan, what did you make of Donald Trump's address at Davos?
Well, it was quite astonishing how excited and fascinated, one European executive told me this feels like a zoological experience. This is
Zoological.
yeah, there's Trump is a real character in the Western imagination, in the European imagination, in the global imagination. And I think the people saw what Americans see on a weekly basis, which is a president who has his talking points, has his script. He sort of beat the same drums as he usually beats. And I think the one bit of news they were looking for was his line about Greenland and not choosing to use force. But he still left a certain amount of grievance on the table. I think the broader trend lines that we're seeing here in Davos is one of a genuine rupture, whether it is in transatlantic ties or in the ways in which governments and those of us involved in thinking about foreign policy and international politics, see the global order. I think there is a genuine moment here where for many years we've been talking about how the world is changing, the rules-based order is eroding, collapsing, and now I think we're here at that moment of rupture. And Trump.
How do you think Europe reacts to this? You've been in several of these halls where many of the European leaders spoke. What's your impression?
I don't think he's a completely unknown quantity at this point, but when you're sitting in these rooms with various people from around the world, including a lot of Europeans, there's a lot of disbelief at some of the way he talks. There's a lot of laughter about some of his turns of phrase. But
the Europeans are not the ones laughing. It's the ones who are from other countries. They are.
I think there's a certain moment where what else can you do but laugh, So I think I wouldn't discount that.
How do you think Xi and Putin respond to this? How might this impact how Putin views the Ukraine war?
Well, I think the common line of analysis is that and Xi don't have to do very much right now. Trump is accelerating certain pretty tectonic geopolitical movements. Without having to, without the Chinese and Russians having to lift much of a finger. Well, you're seeing it in the polling, where you have European attitudes towards the U.S. turning quite negative. You're seeing the extent to which China seems to have more soft power than it wants to. And you can have the Chinese plausibly cast themselves as custodians of the rules business. And we're seeing, with the way Trump talks about Greenland, it very much, and many people point this out, it very much parallels the way Putin talks about Ukraine and talks about Russia's entitlement to other territories.
Let me not hold you back any longer. I know you have a lot of places to go.
So I was present. So thank you.
Thank you. Shan, we hope to have you back for more. Thank you.